So I just finished watching the final episode, episode 6 of Loki on Disney Plus, and this is going to be my review for the entirety of the season. But each episode comes in at around like 45 minutes to closer to 50 minutes long, and it is just an epic, awesome journey all about what Loki got up to after the events of Endgame, where he stole the Tesseract and transported himself into a different reality. There is a lot that happens in this, and it is a huge step forward. There is like a lot to do with the further of the MCU and just building a universe in this series. But without further ado, now is time to get into my review for the first season of Loki on Disney Plus. Right off the bat, I want to say that this show had so many stellar, amazing moments in terms of pushing all of his characters forward, whether it be with Owen Wilson's Mobius, Renslayer, especially Loki himself too, and all the other alternate Lokis that they bring into this show, because there's quite a few that we get to see, and there's a pretty amazing scene in episode 5 where we get to see all the Lokis kind of clashing out. But I really liked how they really bolstered Loki's powers and abilities in this season, where in the larger MCU you can definitely tell that he was a little downplayed from what he was in the comics, but they kind of shine that in the light here of just how capable of a fighter he is, and also too just being able to take control of the world, where he basically has telekinesis and some of the illusions that he can create. And same thing with some of the other Lokis that they bring in that help him unlock his further potential and his powers and things like that, which is really awesome, cool, and amazing to see. They did a really good job building up Tom Hiddleston's Loki, and this is easily my favorite performance from him in all of the MCU. You can definitely tell he was able to have a lot more fun with this and build the world, build his character a lot more. And just like I said, the way that he played with the other Lokis, the way that he played with the TVA was something really special and amazing to me, because you can tell just how much fun they had making this show and scripting it. It's like this could have gone so many different ways. It could have been super unpredictable, super full of concept, but they made a really, really solid story out of what Loki would have been able to do with the Tesseract, and especially too what he would have been able to do as a prisoner with the TVA, and just what the TVA is. Like, everything that they did was just, this was pretty much a perfect story that they're able to set up something huge that's going to happen for the MCU down the line because of the events of this show. I found the pacing of the show too was something really unique, but really, really well done. I love the cliffhangers that they ended a lot of these episodes on. It just got you so excited to see what was going to happen next week. And just like I said, all of these, just the way that they paced it, the way that they wrote it, everything was so exciting from the start of the episodes to the finish, because you just had no idea where it was going to go. But like I said, the story they made was just so fantastically well written, with some really, really good characters. I thought Sylvie was a very good addition to the entirety of the show. I really liked Owen Wilson's Mobius. A lot of the TVA agents were really, really well done too. We got to learn a lot about the TVA and its history, and truly like what it all means, especially by the end of this episode, and being episode 6, the season finale. And it's just something so interesting, and like you can't wait to see more of it. And they just truly break down the history, what it all means, in such a fantastic, exciting way. And I don't want to get into spoilers too much here. I think I might do a bit of a spoiler review for this down the line, but this episode had one of the best villain introductions I have ever seen, where of course I knew who it was when they put him on the screen, and they did him a bit in a different way that I wasn't ever used to seeing, but how they kind of brought his character to life, and realizing what was truly going on was something fantastic, and it got me so excited because it's the MCU is about to get a very, very amazing new villain, and just the way that they did it, it's one of my all-time favorites from the comics, and just the way that they did it in the show was something so exciting and tense, amazing, manipulative. It was just awesome, and I can't wait for all of you to experience it, because man, did they ever do a great job with it. Like I said too, it's just, this whole season was so well written, where they put so many things in your face that were fake outs or just little clues that you completely missed, things like that, that were just so good for either fans or people who don't know too much about where what this show was trying to set up and who it was trying to set up. for the larger part of the MCU, and there's a lot of enjoyment that I think anyone is going to find in this. I mean, how could you not like Crocky, which is Crocodile Loki, and Frog Thor, all these beings that they're able to bring into the season, and there's just so many little Easter eggs and so many cool characters that they were truly able to bring into this. And still, by the end of this season, there's infinite possibilities for what they can do with the show going forward, because it has been renewed for a second season. Just too, how this is going to branch off and affect the larger MCU is going to be amazing. And like I said, What If is going to be branched off of the events of Loki too. It's just, this did some of the greatest setup for the future of the MCU than any of the other movies I've ever done. But the events in this are absolutely huge, and the consequences are huge. The possibilities are huge, of course. And yeah, just a fantastically written and paced show. I was really enjoying Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, it was still my favorite TV series that Marvel has done after episode 5 of Loki, but after this one, Loki's the best show that they've done so far. I can't wait for season 2, and I can't wait to see how these events from the first season branch off to the larger MCU, how it's going to affect all the future movies, especially Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania, and a ton of things like that, because, oh man, it's so good. You know, in terms of music, pacing, scripting, all the animation that they had to do, like I said, the CGI, the fights, everything was just so dialed in this first season of Loki, and just fantastically done in every single regard, where it just felt like everything was perfect and nothing could have been better than it already was. Just, like I said, it details in everything, from the storytelling to just the acting to how the sets were produced. Just fantastic, amazing job. You can tell there was so much care put into this, so much history, so much love for Marvel that was put into this season. Like, it truly shows, and their love for it just shined right through onto the screen, onto us, because they did truly create something absolutely amazing with this first season of Loki. And with all this taken together, I am going to I have to give it the highest rating I can. Just basically most awesome-tacular, badass, amazing rating of a 10 out of 10. Loki was absolutely fantastic for season 1, and I cannot wait to see what they do with season 2 of this, the rest of the MCU, the rest of the timelines. It just got me so excited for everything that Marvel could ever do down the line, because it's just, holy moly, was this ever a fantastic season. So if you've seen all of Loki on Disney Plus, please let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, and how excited you are for what this show just set up, because, oh man, as you can tell from everything you've heard here, I'm very pumped. I'm very pumped. I love what they set up, and I love who they set up in this, so it's gonna be amazing. Of course, if you like this video, you can check out all of my other TV reviews, movie reviews, everything I do in this channel through my playlist down below, and I also link some up top here. Like this video, subscribe, and turn the little ringer on if you want to know when I upload new videos. In terms of everything that I do video game wise, there's a link in the description of this video and on my channel to my Twitch. And there's also, in both of those spots too, you can find a link to the Media Mountain, which is my Discord, where we talk about TV, comics, movies, video games, music, basically just everything that's awesome in this world. So you can definitely join that amazing community and help make it even more amazing than it is already. Yes, check out all 6 episodes of Loki on Disney Plus. Get ready for season 2, get ready for the rest of the MCU, and just awesome, guys.